Flexbox, a flexible way to lay out items as either a column or a row. Start with a container, like a div, and give it a display property of flex. The flex container now has control over how its immediate children are laid out. By default, the flex direction is set to row, and a row has a main axis that runs horizontally and a cross axis that runs vertically. If we add items to the row with a fixed width, they'll sit in the top left corner. That's because the main axis starts at the left and the cross axis at the top. The items will be laid out one after the other from the main axis starting point. The amount of space that each item takes up on the main axis is known as the main size. In this case, each item has a fixed width of 50 pixels. But if we change the item width to 100%, the flexible container will distribute the items evenly across the main axis. You can now think of the sizing in terms of a ratio where each item takes up 1 unit of space. You can change that ratio by setting the flex property on an individual item. If we set flex to 2 on the middle item, it now takes up 50% of the available space because there's a total of 4 flex units at play. Now, you'll often want to control the way items are spaced or aligned along the main axis. Use justify content to space your items evenly, maximize the space between, or push them to the flex endpoint. You can also use these same techniques along the cross-axis with the align items property, and that means we can easily align things both horizontally and vertically by both aligning and justifying the items to the center. We can easily convert our row into a column by setting the flex direction to column. The only thing that changed is that our main axis now runs vertically and the cross-axis horizontally. Everything else works exactly the same.